Hello. Thank you for selecting Workflow as one of your new features to your Kroll software system. You have selected Workflow option number 2. We will be going over the cues displayed on the screen. We will also talk about the hardware that's required to complete each step. Let's begin. The first step is data entry. In data entry, prescriptions that populate here are through the F11 drop-off, the IVR system, or prescriptions that have auto refill or refill reminder turned on within the script themselves. Once this step is complete, the prescription then moves on to data verification. Data verification is a step that allows the users to double-check their work one last time prior to adjudicating a prescription. This queue also requires a thermal vial printer, as once adjudication is complete, the vial label will print out. Once all the steps are complete in the data verification, the prescription moves on to packaging. Packaging is a step that requires a barcode scanner in order for the user to be able to scan the UPC of the medication. Once the step is complete, the prescription moves to pharmacist verification. This is where we can sign the prescription electronically and print out our receipt, privacy, wallet card, and delivery label using the thermal general purpose printers. Let's fill a prescription and see these cues in action. For those that have used Kroll before, you will notice that data entry stays the same. I'm able to enter my patient information, my drug information, my doctor information, and also my SIG and authorized quantity, dispense quantity, and day supply. Once I have completed this step, I'm also going to be entering a script image. You will see later in the workflow why the script image is so important. Once all my information is entered, I'm going to go ahead and press F12. You'll notice that I'm navigated directly to the data verification step. This is where I get to see the scanned in script image and the 7-point check tabs on the side panel. I can go ahead and verify each one of these points by clicking on the boxes. If I see that something has been entered incorrectly, based on what the doctor has written, I can do two things. Either reject the prescription and have the data entry staff member resolve the issue, or I can return to RX and make the changes myself. Once I have made the changes, I can press the Save Changes tab again, and it will navigate me back to the data verification screen where I can continue my verification. Once I have continued my verification, I will press Approve. Approve will take me to the interaction checking screen. This is where it will display any drug interactions or duplicate therapies. Once I have bypassed this step, I will then be navigated to the adjudication screen. Once my prescription has been adjudicated, it then moves on to the packaging screen. This is where I see the drug information, including the image of the tablets. I also have the information of how many tablets I need to package, and also if the patient I'm working on is a SNAP-CAP patient, and if the drug I'm dispensing requires double count. I can go ahead and enter my UPC number in here. Once I click Lookup, it will then allow me to enter my lot number and expiry. I can go ahead and do that if I want to. Once I click Package, I will be prompted to re-log in with my username and password to ensure that I have double counted my prescription. Once I click Package, the prescription then moves on to the next step, which is the clinical verification step. Clinical verification will display the patient, drug, and doctor information. Towards the middle, you will see any interactions that may have come up. It also lets the pharmacist know that the prescription was double counted and the staff member that did that step. It lets the pharmacist know if they're checking a new prescription, a refill, an unfill, or an O. It also lets the pharmacist know that the patient is a SNAP-CAP patient. Towards the bottom, you will see a list of all the medications that the patient has taken in the past. Should you want to focus on this particular medication, you can click on the Therapeutic Equivalence tab, which will then display all of the medication the patient has taken that's in this therapeutic class. You can see the doctors that dispensed it and the dates they were dispensed. Once you have reviewed the screen, you can then click Next. Next will take you to an RX screen. This is where the pharmacist will visually verify the basket that's in front of them and compare it to what the doctor had written in terms of what their staff members had entered. Once they click next, it will take them to the financial screen. This is where the pharmacist can see what was adjudicated to each third-party plan. Were there any rejection messages that came back, or were there any messages that came back from the third-party plans at all? All of that will be displayed here. Once the pharmacist has verified, they will click Approve. The signature tablet will light up and allow the pharmacist to sign on the pad. Once that's complete, you have now verified your prescription. Please note that workflow is customizable. We can build workflows based off of refill flags, new, unfills, methadone, batching, mixtures, and robotic prescriptions. All of these will be reviewed on a one-on-one call with you. Thank you.